What's up? What's up? What's up? One Piece is back. It's been 2 weeks, but guess what? We're not waiting 2 weeks for another chapter anymore because we have another chapter coming in another week after this. But today, we're on One Piece 981. It's your boy Nate Jackson, the Hokage of the Village Hidden in the Leaves, the Commander of the Sky Regiment, the King of the Pirates, the Commissioner of CCG, the Principal of the Hero Academy, the Captain Commander of the Tier 13, the General of the Urban Army, Kakashi Hatake, Jiraiya Sensei, Vince Smoke Sanji, husband of Rinkiku, Odin Sama, Black Picasso. I'm here. With every single episode, you know who's here with me. It's the Samurai, the Roronoa Enoch, Mugen, and Jin, Rurouni Kenshin. Enoch is here with me. One Piece 981. We have a great chapter actually to go through.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm sure some of y'all were confused about the Marco line on like page 18 or 19. So we're gonna talk about that. Rest assured.
Oh yeah, Enoch actually just got through because and for future reference, Enoch is a scan reader. I'm an official reader, so I'm gonna usually wait until. Sometimes it depends. How often do you read the scans?
Every time. I read them every time.
Sometimes. Give me some credit. It's patience is a virtue, man. I try to wait till Sunday, but usually with big chapters, especially ones that trend. As soon as I saw that One Piece 981 was trending, I had to mute all One Piece words because those spoilers come through. But thankfully, I didn't get spoiled with this one, which would be a very easy chapter to spoil, especially the ending with our special guest that arrived to Wano. But yeah. Man, going back to this chapter, actual really great one. Where you said you want to start with the end of this, Enoch? Oh, wait, no, before we start, let's get to the MVP.
Yeah.
My MVP for this chapter is going to be Big Brain Killer for actually coming to the same senses that me and Enoch came to last episode, which actually I think is the first confirmed right thing that we've had on these chapter reviews.
Yes.
Is Apu's Devil Fruit and its direct weakness. And again, like we said before, it's one of those weaknesses where like if you know what it is, then his Devil Fruit's pretty easy to get around. Yeah. But it's so OP if you don't know how his Devil Fruit works, which is, we saw in the last chapter.
So right now, it seems that if you hear it, as long as you hear it, you can't dodge it no matter what.
Yeah, but if you don't hear it, then you're good, which is what Killer figured out pretty fucking fast. And he's the only one that didn't fight Apu. So, It seems like Killer is actually going to be the one out of these 4 supernovas that's in actual Onigashima and a mix of shit that actually kind of uses his brain, because literally the other 3 just jump stupid at the first chance for no real reason. Like they had a plan going in and they all just caused a big ass scene, and Killer was the only one that kind of just chilled. And even like here on page 8 you have this back and forth, this again classic One Piece shit, and this chapter is filled with some classic One Piece shit. Yeah. So you have Luffy yelling at Kid saying like, yo, you shouldn't be out here causing a scene. And niggas like, yo, listen to you. You went in Gear 3 in front of everybody for no reason at all. And then Zoro started getting on Luffy about that, and Kid got on Zoro because Zoro did the same shit, and Kid did the same shit, and Killer's just in the back like, yo, these niggas are all stupid. So Killer actually seems like Killer has some IQ on him, man. I like it. And also, another reason why Killer is going to be the MVP for this chapter, we got a little bit of background on how Killer came to eat the smile fruit. Is that we found out that it's actually Killer's choice, kind of sort of choice, to eat it for hopes of saving his captain, which is some real nigga shit, as a first mate should. Like we know that first mate has to be the most loyal motherfucker ever to their captain, as we see from our prime example, Roronoa Zoro, for the very famous nothing happened line, where he took all the pain of pretty much everything Luffy took from the fight on Thriller Bark from Kuma, and did like a real nigga should, like a first mate should. And Killer's following the same line, man. He's cut from a similar cloth, which I respect. I always respect real nigga decisions. And Killer actually may want to sacrifice his, I guess, I don't know exactly what you're sacrificing when you eat the smile fruit, but he sacrificed for the sake of his captain, which I fuck with, and I fuck with Killer. Yeah. Gain some points for this chapter for me.
Respect, that's a great choice. I really like Killer. Just like learning more about him, like you were saying. Like I like that we're shown that other people's like vice captains are ride or die. Like I like seeing that. I don't like just seeing Straw Hat Crew and their dynamic all the time. I like seeing the other crew's dynamics as well. So it's like this is real. It's a real crew.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Supernova, because the whole thing with Supernova is like we saw the whole first half of the story through Luffy and the Straw Hat's perspective, and then we had the realization that no, there's also like 9 other pirate groups that have gone through similar shit and have like a similar reputation and similar part of their pirate career as Luffy, and seeing that more fleshed out with just different dynamics on the crew and how like some people are super loyal to their crew, like we have the Straw Hats and everything. It grows the perspective of the whole world, which is what Oda kind of does best, the world building shit.
Yeah, I think it makes it puts more tension in the story too, like, because now it's like, okay, we're seeing all these crews and they're not just faces of like people, and we know how strong they are and all that. So like, I mean, we all know Luffy's probably gonna win. He's probably gonna get the one feat, but you know.
Oh, I think that's the one thing we do know about it, is Luffy's gonna end this as the king of the pirates.
Yeah, they said that, but it's nice to still add that in there, that these are other crews who are they could just as likely get it. Like if we didn't know, but
and it's bigger powers to him that could just like get it too. Like this whole the whole point of the saga is they're going up against monsters, the emperors, who were the closest as ever to being pirate king, because you know Whitebeard was the emperor at one time, and I'm sure they never actually flat out said it, but I'm sure that Roger would be an emperor if the emperor system was there then, or they might have put the emperor system up when he was already the king of the pirates or whatever. But you know, I mean, they're cut from a similar cloth as Whitebeard and Roger. You know, those are drastically farther down the line than Luffy, and as far as the king of the pirates race, which makes the Luffy story more real and more stakes and all that good shit.
So this is, this is good. This is good shit right now.
This is great shit.
My MVP of this chapter, I mean, it's not really a serious MVP, but I liked Big Mom in this chapter.
Big Mama.
I liked her because I love Oda's gags so much. They're one of my favorite things ever.
So many gags in this chapter.
All great. Every single one of them was great.
All classic One Piece.
Chopper, he just looks at the brothel. She opens the window, looks right back at him, cuts out. Bro, I died. I actually died.
It's like, oh shit. So what do you think is going to come from this Big Mom and Chopper thing?
I mean, she has her memory back, so I'm assuming he's probably screwed, probably going to get captured.
You would think, right? But it worries me a little bit, because Chopper and Big Mom built a separate relationship when she did have her memory gone. And I don't know. So does she remember the period where her memory was gone? You know what I mean?
Or maybe even like the feelings. If she doesn't necessarily remember, she could still be like, maybe I could leave him alone, or maybe I shouldn't.
Or not even leave him alone, because I don't see Big Mom leaving anybody alone. But or maybe like I have strong feelings towards this thing, because remember, Chopper's also like kind of viewed as a pet.
Yeah.
And now that like they've spent some time together as friends, when she was Olin and she had a memory gone, and like you said, she might retain her feelings, she might want to just keep Chopper and take him, because remember in the Whole Cake Island, she kept trying to take Brook as her pet.
Oh, so that might be a continuation of that.
Yeah, and she liked Brook.
Yeah, she did, because that's how he got
and she's wanted to keep him as a pet.
He actually got to infiltrate, so this could be come into play later. I mean, based off of that, since we know that already.
Yeah, I just hope the amnesia thing doesn't come back again.
Oh, please no.
Because that shit had no I don't know. But there is going to be something here. It has to be something here about the past between Chopper and Big Mom on Wano before, because they wouldn't do that out of nowhere. They did build that some sort of relationship. Who knows when that will come?
Yeah, it shouldn't just. I don't think it's not just going to end at this gag for sure.
Well, I mean, she found him, and she knows he's a Straw Hat because she knew that Chopper was at Whole Cake Island too.
So do you think this could be, because there was a lot of guys who marched across that bridge, and Chopper wasn't that far behind? I feel like
Chopper wasn't behind all. They all jumped in the water, but Chopper couldn't because Chopper's in a tank.
I can't read. Okay. Yeah, so they should be safe. But Chopper, Straw Hat on the map. Who's Who has vision of them, but he doesn't care.
Who's Who has vision of? Oh, well, yeah. Everybody in the main thing knows that Kid, Zoro, and Luffy are there already. We got a few more things to hint for the future of Wano as far as it pertains to the Big Mom Pirates.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of, again, son, the gags here are crazy, but they brought back the whole Big Mom's crew getting knocked off the mountain again. When he thought the king was going to get that shit was I'm sorry, we're jumping all over the place, but correct me if I'm wrong, but when we first got into the Fire Festival chapters, didn't Queen, when he was doing a roll call, didn't he call out the Big Mom children? You know what I'm talking about?
I think he did, and they weren't there, but he called them out.
But why would he call them out if they haven't showed up at all yet? When you talked about this before, I thought the Big Mom's crew would already be there by now.
Right.
Apparently they're still trying to get up that waterfall. The interesting thing we were talking about before about the line that you want to see if you interpret it right, after Marco knocked him off of the waterfall, now, he said that shit might look significantly different the next time you come back up here.
Yeah.
So that might mean that the Big Mom pirates, just as a whole, not even just the half that's already like at Wano, quote unquote, might not play a part in this war at all.
Yeah, I think that was definitely Oda's
which I'm actually fine with.
Yeah, I think something needs to happen because they can't win.
As far as leveling the field, yes, they can't win, and I was scared about the way that they would do this, but I'm fine with this if this is sad, because I'm fine with this not being Big Mom's arc, even though Big Mom and half her crew's here. Like, I think her crew deserves like a full ending, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Big Mom, again, like we said before, doesn't have any specific ties to Wano. She's just there for Luffy and this pirate alliance with Kaido, but Wano is a land that Kaido inhabits, and people have other ties to Wano that makes sense, so that should be their narrative ending. But again, like we said before, Big Mom's narrative ending is most likely going to be an Elbath, so like that should be where like her crew comes in, and we see Katakuri be back in the mix, and whatever happens with that should be a full Big Mom Pirates thing, you know what I mean? And that should probably happen in Elbath because of Big Mom's story. So I'm fine with Parasparrow and Smoothie and them being taken out of the narrative and the fight here with this, because again, like I said before, we need some way to level the playing field even a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, narratively, just physically, like combat-wise, but also, like you're saying, narratively, they just had an arc. They literally just had their arc. And then we've been with Kaido we've been with all these people who aren't the Big Mom pirates for however long. So
and Big Mom.
Yeah, and Big Mom. So she's like, she can be there. But yeah, I like that he did this because it makes sense too.
Yeah,
it makes sense too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's the only way they're gonna get up to Wano.
Yeah, it's just up that big ass waterfall that apparently it takes. I mean, my view of the time difference in One Piece is probably skewed because I view it as like, damn, it's been like months since we saw Parasparrow and everything. That's just because it's week to week, but it's not. The chapters aren't split up in a whole week in the time of One Piece. It's probably just like hours or something. It's probably all. Yeah. Actually, I think this is all taking place on like what, a weekend or something, like a few days.
Like, it's quick. It's so quick when you actually look at the time.
Yeah, I think the only time when it said like days passed is when like they were waiting for their raid on Onigashima, and they went like it's another day passed, and 6 days to the Fire Festival, 4 days to the Fire Festival when they were training and all that.
You say Fire Festival?
So I think it's probably been like a week or whatever. What's that?
Fire Festival?
That's what it's called, isn't it?
Is it literally called the Fire Festival? Oh, I thought you were making fun, like you remember the Fire Festival? Like in real life?
What's Fire Festival from?
The FYRE.
Oh, like Ja Rule?
I went in there fully prepared to suck it back. That Fire Festival.
No, I think this is called the Fire Festival, isn't it? On Onigashima?
I didn't even see the name, but it might.
I'm pretty sure it's the Fire Festival.
That's hilarious. Oda knows culture.
Oda knows culture. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Fire Festival, and just like that shit, this shit's gonna go drastically wrong.
100% left.
And not the way they expected. For sure. So yeah, this is a huge, not flip, because the tide is still greatly on the Big Mom and Kaido alliance's side, but like gaining Marco and taking out Big Mom's crew members is a huge turn in the tides, at least.
It's amazing. Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
Because Marco is the first commander of Whitebeard.
So how strong is compared to the big players that we have?
That's the question, and that's what I wanted to ask you too, to see like where you would gauge Marco, because I think Marco's hard. We didn't see too much of him other than obviously Marineford, and we know that he's the first mate and first commander of Whitebeard, who was, rival to Roger, strongest out of the emperors at the time and everything.
Yeah.
So I would think that Marco would probably be stronger than all the rest of the first commanders, so King and Katakuri probably, but it's hard to say because he also lost to Weevil, and we don't know how strong Weevil is, but I don't know. Weevil's new-ish, so it's hard to say. I think before learning that he lost to Weevil, I would probably rank him a little closer to an emperor than a first commander. Not saying that he's emperor or even admiral level, but probably closer to admiral level. Like I think of Marco as a younger Rayleigh, kind of, you know what I mean? If I'm comparing Whitebeard to Roger.
That's exactly who I was thinking, actually, comparing him to.
But I do think Rayleigh is Rayleigh's in between Admiral and Emperor level probably right now since he's older. Prime Rayleigh probably Emperor level.
Probably the best bet we have to actually gauging how strong Marco is. Like a younger one, like you were saying,
Yeah, I think so. But who knows? Well, I mean, we'll see, because Marco's going to do some fighting here. What do you think about the fight between, or possibility of fight between Marco and King? Because they have really similar Devil Fruit styles, at least. They're flying. They both somehow include fire, because remember King has like some fire incorporated in his Devil Fruit too. Or maybe is what species is. I don't know where the fire comes from actually.
I think that'd be a fantastic fight. Actually, I feel like that's
so too.
Aerial one of the best if he goes through with it.
I know, between two powerhouses like Marco and King.
God damn.
And I think that's gonna happen. And I think that's gonna be huge.
I just want King to win because he looks cooler, but he probably won't.
It's Marco though.
It's Marco though. I mean, unless something happens. But it's so far.
How dare you for King?
He's cool. He looks so cool. Wow.
No, he looks real cool. In his fucking gimp suit.
Yes, gimp suit. But freaking, like they have, or King has, well, I guess they don't really fight they don't like involve each other in their fights like the Beast Pirates. I was just gonna say they have more people, so it'd be kind of harder for Marco because there might be interference. But then I'm just thinking that's where I think he benefits from being an aerial. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like who can interfere if they're in the air? Who can actually interfere with their fight? Who would actually like matter? From what I remember of seeing like the big names fight, I don't remember them really like helping each other out. But at the same time, this is a war, so it's kind of different than the previous.
I think it depends greatly if the Beast Pirates consider it a war or not, because they would do. I mean, they seem like they don't take this other alliance, this Kill Kaido alliance, seriously at all, and they shouldn't because of how overpowered they are compared to them. Yeah. So it seems like they would be fine with like, hey, no, we don't want them. If you lose, we got another one. Yeah. So they're just playing with their food, and they won't consider it like an actual war until some big names come, and probably even bigger than Marco or more numbers, like big names. Probably like Shanks shows up and like, okay, now we got to take this kind of seriously. Yeah. But I don't think they would take it seriously until we see like a huge turn. Right. You know what I mean?
Someone that could actually threaten them.
Yeah, and numbers of people. So like the Straw Hat Fleet plus like maybe Shanks or some shit, or like I said before, Aokiji, who was my real guess for who's gonna show up too.
That would be who would bring Aokiji? Or I guess
Sword. I think
Sword. Yeah.
I think whatever's going on with Sword is gonna bring Aokiji there.
That's true.
So Drake.
Yeah, Drake's team.
Yeah, Drake and Kobe. But Kobe's dealing with Boa Hancock.
Yeah. So the Beast Pirates. I mean, which they probably will do what you're saying, just based off of how we see who's who just doesn't care. I mean, nobody cares right now, which is fair.
No, they don't see this as a real threat. They're having fun still.
Yeah, I mean, which I think is valid because nothing's really happening. So,
like, probably in their like they're thinking like, yo, we're part of the Kaido crew. So, and we know our captain is the strongest animal alive right now. Yeah. And we have one of the strongest crews ever. It's just literally just us, and then the only crew even coming close to rivaling us is Big Mom's crew, who we're in alliance with right now. So why would they ever? Warring probably has never been a part of any of their lives.
That's true.
Since like fucking God Valley or some shit. They're probably worried about a single thing. There used to be an extreme overdogs.
This could be a potential downfall for them. I think so.
I think they're gonna get hit in the mouth with this. So maybe they might take it seriously once the first. We're gonna get a few fights. I think bigger fights before we get Marco versus King. But if King gets taken out, I mean, like he's King. Yeah. It's like everybody's gonna really respect him a little bit. I mean, other than Toropa, of course, because they hate the commanders. They don't respect them at all. But
Kaido, I think
they'd be forced to take it seriously.
Be like, okay.
Yeah, which really matters.
Yeah, and then which will make everyone else be like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah. We're gonna follow suit behind our captain. But yeah, son, as far as fights are gonna happen soon, I think we're gonna get more Toropa versus Toropa fights. Now it seems like this is a real like actual chase for Kaido's son. Yeah. Like we saw Who's Who actually talking with, it seems like his crew, or at least parts of his crew, which seems weirdly cat themed. Did you get cat themed from Who's Who's design or anything like that before? That surprised me.
Yeah, not at all from before. If anything, like a bull or something.
Yeah, I know. This man has some cat crew members, which makes me think his Doa fruit might be cat related. So I'm thinking if it's an ancient Doa fruit, then he might be like a saber-toothed tiger or some shit, which should be kind of dope.
Yeah, that would actually amazing if he was a saber-toothed tiger or some big cat, something.
Big cat.
I noticed that was interesting was, so we talked about like how they had the masks on their faces. Yeah. And some of them, like the guy who said he was asking if Who's Who was gonna chase them, had like the paper or the talisman, the tattoo.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that.
Yeah, but then others just have the mask.
Are just cats.
But just cats.
So I'm thinking the cats might be like his like main crewmates, maybe like his main like enforcers, maybe, and the paper people were like his like fodder soldiers. You know what I mean?
Okay, I was thinking like but yeah, that makes sense.
Like like say if you look at like the Arlong's crew, like Arlong had a bunch of this unnamed fishmen that was just his crew. Yeah. But he also had like Hachan and Chu and the niggas who are named who are actually like gonna be in the earlier arcs like Zoro and Sanji and the Usopp's like fighting partners and shit like that.
So the cat, I think the ones, if they have a cat mask, they're his main crew.
I mean, it seems to be
that way. We're probably gonna see them fight.
Because it seems to be. Yeah, maybe. I think we might get a little mini mini Sasuke versus Who's Who fight if Sasuke's crew is also part of the Beast Pirates crew too, because remember they pointed out that both of them were captains.
Yeah. But then he was looking at Queen, looking at him.
Oh, he wants to kill Queen. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear now that we know Who's Who targets Queen. I think it's because I think it was you that said in an earlier episode that like Queen might have been the one to take down Who's Who's crew, and Who's Who still has a grudge about that. It's like the same way that what's Oda's name for Thriller Bark, Gecko Moria has it in for Kaido because Kaido pretty much killed his whole.
Yeah, I mean, based off what I've seen, like that's the only thing that I can think of why he would beat that man. That would make sense.
Yeah, I think so. Like, he really wants to kill Queen.
What do you think he would or do you even think this confrontation will happen with Queen and Who's Who?
I think so. So what I think is, I think either two things. I think either what I said before, Who's Who and Sasuke are gonna meet up on the way to Yamato and have like a mini crew versus crew battle, or I think what we said 2 chapters ago, the guy in the bushes is Yamato, and Yamato is gonna meet up with Robin and Jinbei, and then Sasuke is gonna get there first, and we're gonna see Jinbei's first fight as official Nakama against Sasuke, so Fishman versus Fishman fight, and then that will take Sasuke out, and Who's Who will be the one somehow to bring Yamato back and fight Queen.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that would work out nicely for getting people together.
Yeah, I think so.
Who's Who? They're the first of the Toby Roppo that we've seen after they've convened, they've had their meeting, and they're trying to find Yamato. Or did we see someone? Yeah. I don't remember seeing anyone else of the Toby.
They're
Roppo.
focusing on Who's Who and his motivations specifically right now. I'm pretty sure at some point we're gonna get some conclusion to this Who's Who and Queen thing because they're hitting on it hard.
Yeah. So I don't see the Toby Roppo like seriously harming each other, other than
each other.
Yeah.
I think it's Who's Who and Sasuke.
Who's Who and Sasuke. But even I don't see them doing anything to each other too bad. Because we need to get, like you're saying, Who's Who and Queen. And we need to get, there was some other fights I know, but just because
between the Toby Roppo?
Yeah, the contention, like the Toby Roppo and the headliners.
See, I think the only ones that's going to take part in the infighting out of Toby Roppo is going to be Sasuke and Who's Who. Because I think they did a good job of having somewhat different type of personalities in Toby Roppo. And like Ulti and Page One don't seem like they care about any of this at all. Yeah. As far as like they seem content in where they're at. Who's Who and Sasuke specifically seems pretty excited for that fight, the calamity type of thing. Especially Who's Who, who's hates Queen, and both of them used to be captains, and it seems like they're more specific to this infighting type of narrative than the rest. Like we just found out Black Maria has actual property here on Onigashima. She's in charge of like the brothels and shit there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that too. Actually, because Black Maria's
what
brothel,
about it?
So
Black Maria's brothel.
Because she doesn't have a crew, right? This is just a property.
I don't know who has crews and who does. They specifically said that Sasuke and Who's Who were captains, but I don't know about the rest of them.
I was trying to see if you thought that this brothel was gonna come into play with how they're underwater right now, or what you thought was gonna happen with that.
I think the only thing that's coming out of the brothel is what we saw with Big Mom ending up being there.
So I wasn't sure who, because everyone was gone. Like Black Maria's not at the brothel, right? No,
they're still in the middle of the party.
Okay.
Or looking for Yamato.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I.
That's what kind of thought might be happening when it first went into there, and it said like, nah, that property belongs to Black Maria. And Sanji went in there and everything, but then we saw like, not Sanji. That's just so funny too with the gags, man. Sanji came out looking so depressed. My man saw a ghost. He looked more depressed then than he did when he went to that fucking island full of a transgendered men.
Oh god, that was like
seeing Big Mom naked was just that shit traumatized him. I don't blame him. She looks so poorly shaped.
Oh
like that little one was just opening up the window and you can tell she's butt naked, son. She is shaped like a potato.
Oh, she's shaped like some cake, dude.
I don't know, like a mushed up cake.
Yeah, not good cake.
It's no bueno.
God,
no bueno.
Yeah.
Another thing here though, we saw a first number, Hacha, number 8.
Hacha.
Yeah, we got a first number design.
Yeah.
Of the numbers.
Hacha, yeah.
So what do you think about that? Because they say that he's much bigger than a giant, and it went out the way to say that too. They say he's a giant. He looks even bigger than that.
So I mean, he could just be like an abnormal giant, or I mean, does this imply that there's another race, like a sister race to the giant?
See, I have 2 thoughts on this. One of them is that there is a sister race, and it's the same race that Kaido is. Because what's different with Hacha, and well, one, he's bigger than a giant, which Kaido, I don't think he's bigger than a giant. Kaido seems like he might be a little smaller than a giant, but still huge. Yeah. But Hacha also used the same same type of mace that Kaido uses, like the Oni mace.
Mm.
And has the horns too. So I'm thinking the numbers might be of the similar race as Kaido, maybe. Or remember that Kaido owned the labs that were on Punk Hazard. And the newest thing that Kaido had Caesar working on Punk Hazard was one, the smiley fruits, but two, the other one was working on making giants, on making artificial giants. Because remember, that's why he kidnapped those kids. And those kids all came in like regular kid size, but they were working on making artificial giants.
Yeah, they were all different shapes and all that, yeah.
The numbers might be the best of the artificial giants, which would make sense why they're even bigger than giants. Like, what the fuck is that? It looks kind of like a giant, but it's even bigger. I saw artificial giant.
Yeah, it's an artificial giant. Like, he wouldn't want to just make, if I'm going to make a giant, I'm not going to make a giant. I'm going to make a giant.
Or it's just like it's going to be different than a giant, the same way that like they're making artificial devil fruit. It's not necessarily going to be the exact same as devil fruit, but it's going to be different because it's artificial, you know what I mean? That's different effects.
Right.
Like the headliners are all kind of like fucked up devil fruits, but like they have some devil fruit to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that would be in line with his whole thing too, his crew's whole thing.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the whole Punk Hazard thing when they were trying to make giants.
Yeah,
I think that might be what the numbers are, like the best of those products, because I assume some ended up working out well.
Yeah, it would make sense. It'd be like a small number, and then he would take them into his crew.
Yeah, so there's 10 of those.
Just like the small fruits and all that.
So we meet number 8, Hacha.
Hacha. What do you think? Well, you like him? I mean, we didn't see much of him, but
he's not as intimidating as I hope the numbers will look. You know what I mean? We first saw the what do you call it? The silhouettes for the numbers when they showed up with Apu.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck are those? They're like just huge, like monsters or some shit.
Yeah.
But this nigga looks like a snotty-nosed kid, kind of, sort of. But it's like, all right. I mean, but he is legitimately huge and has that big ass mace and shit like that. And he's number 8, so who knows how the numbers are gonna be ordered as far as strength, maybe. So like, if he's number 8, he might be the 8th strongest or the 3rd strongest, depending on if 10 stronger than 1.
Right.
Remember, we have a whole 10 numbers to deal with, so this is still like a huge deal.
So I mean, he's not gonna introduce one of the stronger ones first, so he's probably on less intimidating, maybe less strained. But he's also drunk, so we don't really know. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. He's drunk and having a good ass time, just swinging. That's why I like Kaido's crew, kind of. These niggas are just damn near Vikings or some shit.
Oh yeah,
I don't care.
That's a perfect description, actually.
Get drunk, fight, and have a good ass time doing it.
Who's gonna stop him? No one.
Who? Kaido's crew.
Hacha, I like him. He reminds me of like somebody from the Beatles or something.
From the Beatles, because of the haircut and the glasses.
The hair and the glasses. That's it.
I see where you're going with that one. He reminds me a little bit of like, I don't know what this is. I get some like what's Doflamingo's brother's name? Corazon. But like not Corazon when he was older, but when he was younger, and they were like the rich spoiled type of look from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, he does give off that my dad's a lawyer vibe, 100%.
My dad's a lawyer vibe for sure. Bro. I forgot about the most important part of the chapter. Did Carrot's titties grow?
Oh, that's a good question.
I swear them shit, they've been growing each chapter. I swear if we look back like a Zoe, like them drums weren't poking like that. For sure.
Never seen them look like that.
It's these Beast Pirate outfits, man, I swear. I like how Oda's been like kind of rolling out the new Straw Hat Girls looks for the Beast Pirate outfits and not like at the same time. Like the first chapter when it switched to everybody, we saw Nami in her Beast Pirate outfit and she was just like, man, heart stopping. It's just stunning. I was like, oh my gosh, I love the Beast Pirate outfit. Then you wait till the next chapter when it showed Robin too, and I was like, oh, they did Robin too, that's my baby. And she looks so good. And then wait like another 2 chapters, you see Carrot with them rabbit titties.
He didn't even show the full outfit.
Nah, he showed it better. Shout out to them Carrot fans, man. Now I think I'm officially fully on the Carrot
from
Nakama
train. I really think she'd be a good addition to the crew. Yeah.
Now I think I'd be a little disappointed if she didn't join too. Everything's been pointing towards Carrot joining. She hasn't talked to a Minky yet, and they're there. She's been all Straw Hats.
You don't fuck with her people, dude.
Right, she sold out so fast.
God, but like actually, legitimately, she should join the crew.
Yeah, I like Carrot a lot.
Yeah, speaking of Mink, that was Nekomushi, right?
Yep, Neko is back. Neko is back with some of the Whitebeard part. Did you see? It took me a while to notice this on the last spread. Did you see the Zoe ship? The ship with like it has an elephant head. It took me a while to realize that that was a Zoe ship. I thought it was Big Mom ship falling down, but it's not. Like on the far left under Marco's face, saying the next time you show up, the times may have moved on a bit more than before. Right under that is a Zoe ship. And you see it says, with the thought bubble.
You're talking about this? I thought you said the last spread, like chapter spread. Hold on. So right below Marco.
Like the last page on the chapter.
Elephant. Oh,
right below Marco's face.
The sand.
Yeah, I thought that was Big Mom's ship falling back down at first.
That's exactly what I had assumed.
Yeah, that's a Zoe ship going up. I didn't realize that. So that's a whole ship. So who else do you think might be there? All the Whitebeard pirates, or what do you think? That's definitely Izo and Nekomamushi down there in the bottom.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'd seen that was Izo. I forgot who that was. I looked that up, but that's one of the division commanders of the Whitebeard.
She was one of Whitebeard's division commanders, yeah, but she's also Kiku's brother.
Yeah, so because she'd been in Wano before, so it makes sense that she'd be.
She's from Wano.
Yeah. So
she's actually one of the scabbers, which now there's like 10 scabbers, or 11, including Shinobu.
I mean, just off the fact that Marco's there too, I'm assuming we're probably gonna get some more Whitebeard pirates.
Because they were split up after Weevil fucked them up.
Yeah.
Well, Weevil and Blackbeard. Mostly Blackbeard. But so you think we're gonna get Vista and maybe Jozu and everybody too? Which that would be huge. Because remember, the Whitebeard had like 20 commanders.
Yeah, he had a crap ton of divisions.
Some of them died, but the bigger ones like Vista and Jozu, if they're there too, that's a huge addition. Those are huge additions.
I would hope so. Because I don't know. I'm not getting this is just a feeling, right? But I mean, what do you think the chances are of the Straw Hat, the fleet coming through?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna come through at some point in Wano.
Think so? I'm gonna bet against that. I'm betting against that.
I would say I think so because, like I said about, I think a last chapter review or something, Wano is going to be the wrap-up of the entire Emperor Saga. And the Emperor Saga includes Dressrosa, which is when the Straw Hat fleet was formed and everything. And I think pretty much everything, like I said before about Beige Baby coming back, because the supernovas being a big part of the Saga 2, specifically Beige. I think everything's going to come back and wrap up in Wano, including the Straw Hat fleet.
That makes sense, but I'm betting against it anyways.
Why is that?
Just a feeling based
just
on
a feeling.
Nothing.
So based off that, you have a feeling the Straw Hat fleet won't take part of this.
Well, I think like some of them will, but not like a crap ton of people are gonna pull through.
See, one of the ways that people were saying that they would get there is that Nekomamushi would be the one gathering everybody up.
Oh, but then
now we see Neko's here with the Whitebeard pirates, which we actually saw that coming before too. But also, like I said before, that the Straw Hat fleet might still convene here is they all have a piece of Luffy's Viva card. So if Luffy gets a ship beat out and almost dies, which he has a great chance of, since Luffy's a jump first kind of person, and there's a lot of people stronger than Luffy here. So if he's close to death and they all see that Viva card burning, they all know where they're at because of the Viva card, and they're all sworn to Luffy, so they all might come show up then. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen with the Straw Hat fleet. And then Beige would just happen to be with the Tontadas then. Right. Because Tontadas are back with Dressrosa.
Something like that happened, then that would mean that we would probably see the Big Mom pirate have to confront them because they're not.
Because they will be at the edge of Wano. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
So that could be a potential future altercation there, if that happens.
What do you think about that? The Straw Hat fleet versus that half of the Big Mom pirates. The Straw Hat fleet can win that thing.
Yeah.
Even though I think Smoothie might be stronger than all of them, and maybe even Daifuku and Mount Black might be like up there with the biggest in the Straw Hat fleet with Haruden and Cavendish and Bartolomeo and them. That'd be a good fight if that happens. That's a good point.
Big Mom pirates are pretty OD. Like her commanders that she's got there.
But they only have half of them.
Yeah.
Like they don't have Oven and Katakuri in them.
So I think that would give them a chance to actually penetrate Wano. Because if they were all there, that would be I don't know what would happen to them.
That's a great point. Actually, I would like that. So that way you give those that half of the Big Mom pirates some shine, because whenever we still haven't seen Smoothie do anything yet. She's only one of Sweet Commanders that hasn't had any type of fight yet, even off screen. So we might be sad to see them get into action with Straw Hat fleet, which 100% seems like an off screen fight that they would have. Right. But I like that addition if that's happened too. That's a good point.
Yeah, but I think it'd be better than them just coming in to Wano like free, just confrontation free. Like there should be some off.
There would have to be some conversation, because we know where Big Mom's pirates are. They're at the bottom of the waterfall again, because of Marco.
Man, this dude.
First bro, man.
This dude.
You can't catch a break.
You cannot catch a break.
Not at all. I love it.
So glad. Yeah.
With the
so
hijinks.
Glad Marco's back. He's one of my favorite characters, just off his design.
Yeah, his design is great. His Devil Fruit design is really great.
Yeah,
one of the best,
actually,
I think, as far as Devil Fruit designs.
Just looking at, I love looking at him whenever he's on screen.
See, I saw that people might think that Marco might be, because he's probably one of the best Zoan users in the whole verse. He might have an awakened form. If anybody's advanced enough to have an awakened form in his Zoan, it would probably be Marco. Especially with how crazy his Zoan is, because he has a mystical Zoan Devil Fruit, fruit, which you haven't seen too many of those.
So it would be him actually if we were gonna see that. So are Awakenings like Doflamingo's when he turned everything to string?
Yeah, and like how Katakuri turned everything to mochi. But that's Awakenings for Paramecius, because technically the first awakening we saw in the whole One Piece was Chopper's.
Oh,
Chopper's monster point is an awakening zone for him. It's tricky depending on each devil fruit, and we don't necessarily know much about awakenings to begin with to know like what the awakened version of each devil fruit would look like or be, especially with Zoans, because Zoans for Chopper is that big uncontrollable form, but who knows what Marcos will look like, or Kings might look like, or anything. I don't know. Who knows? Kaido.
You think it's just gonna be something physical?
Ooh, Big Mom. I don't know. I mean, I would think so for Zoans, because Zoan is mostly just physical. But like, I don't. As far as we know, Kaido might actually be a dragon. His Zoan form might be what we see. He might be an ogre fruit. We still haven't had his devil fruit named yet, so we don't know much about it. But
yeah, I can't wait to get that.
For all we know, we could already see their awakened form.
True. Well, yeah. But yeah, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying the awakened form for Marco would be really cool to see against Kid, because we still haven't seen Kid's
or King.
Not Kid. I'm sorry. King. Yeah, King or Kid. Fuck it. Fight whoever you want, Marco. Fight whoever you want. I don't care. Fuck everybody if you want to. It's your world, squirrel.
Yeah, just based off it's probably not going to be like Katakuri's and yes.
Oh, no, because Katakuri has Paramecia.
So that'd be like...
So Katakuri is closer to Doflamingos.
Like Luffy he would have something, awakening similar to Katakuri.
Similar to, where he would turn his environment to rubber, maybe. I don't know how that would necessarily help him. Maybe he could do like some bounce shit, like what's his oldest name? Spring Dude. Starts with a B. I keep on saying Bartolomeo, but it's not Bartolomeo.
I don't know, but it just be like Gear 4, but everything can bounce off anything.
But everything, yeah. But I don't know how much that helps too, because he can already bounce. You know what I mean? Like he can already turn his legs to springs and do the same thing that old dude who's spring dude. Who I'm just fucking forgetting his name. Bella something. What the fuck is his name? I'm gonna remember this before this podcast ends. You know who I'm talking about though? The one that Luffy fucked up, one punched in Jaya, and then came back in Dressrosa.
Belladonna? No. Oh no.
Fucking, we're gonna get to this. We're gonna get before we leave. Do you know who I'm talking about though?
What arc was it?
He first was introduced in Jaya when he was making fun of Zoro and Luffy in the bar and everything, and his pirates beat the fuck out of Zoro and Luffy, and they stood there and took it. He shit on Luffy's dream to go visit a Sky Island and everything, and he did the whole bounce shit, and Luffy just punched him once and fucked him up. And he came back in Dressrosa when he turned out to be one of Doflamingo's underlings later on, but he was all friendly with Luffy, told him like, yo, I learned a lot since you actually visited Sky Island too. I appreciate you now, and they were all friends just like that. But he's under Doflamingo, and Doflamingo made him fight Luffy again. He was a spring dude. His devil fruit was springs. I'm gonna get this. Fuck chapter 981. This is the goal for this. What is his name? B something. I'm stuck on the B.
Bellamy? Yeah, Bellamy.
Bellamy! There we go. It feels so good. Bellamy. That's exactly his name. And guess what? I completely forgot why the fuck I was trying to think of Bellamy.
Awakening.
I have no idea why. Oh, Luffy's awakening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is not worth all the effort to remember Bellamy's name. I was thinking, because Luffy's awakening would just let him do shit like Bellamy's, but he can already kind of do that with his spring legs.
It'd be a nice, but
fuck it.
That's a different discussion.
And it's also Luffy, like we talked about last chapter review. Luffy is super creative with what he can do with his devil fruit, so I'm sure he'll find a way to make that dumb useful.
OP thing in the verse somehow.
Yeah, that's what Luffy's great at, is making a useless devil fruit the most useful thing in the whole verse somehow. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Again, I say this at the end of every chapter review. I'm so excited to see what's next with Onigashima. There's a lot of shit set up right now. What's gonna happen with Marco? What's Marco's goal here? What's it gonna go to first? And how is it gonna shake up things when he shows up on Onigashima? Because the real fighting hasn't started yet, but Marco's here.
Yeah.
Izo and Nakamushi are here. They might bring more Whitebeard Pirates. Who else is there for the Whitebeard Pirates? Is Vista here? Is Jozu here? What's gonna happen between this Big Mom and Chopper thing? Everybody's splitting up even more. Yeah. So how is this gonna go? Kinemon's team is going somewhere. Nami and Carrot split off and went somewhere. I think they took Sanji with them. Zoro, Kid, and Luffy and Killer are still right in the middle of the shits. Numbers are there now. Queen's still emceeing. Apu's gonna get fucked up probably. Shit is all over the place. Yamato storyline going with wherever. We still haven't seen where Jinbei and Robin are at, but I'm pretty sure the Yamato is like getting the bushes, but we're gonna see what happens with that still.
Yeah.
Shit's all in the air now. We will see. It seems like shit is hitting the fan though with all the action we saw in this chapter, which I like.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited. Actually super excited. Like, I was reading this, you told me it was like even better than last chapter, and I was like, okay. I was reading it like, I was like, okay, this is pretty good so far. I was like, about the same as last chapter, and I got to the last page, and okay, I get it, I understand.
I was like, oh, Marco! Oh, Marco's here! At first I started laughing, I was like, why is King doing this again?
Okay.
They tried so hard to get back up there, and Percival looked up and was like, yo, King again? We're on the same team now. And I was like, oh, King is the funniest person alive for doing this again, just for spite. Like, yeah, I know we're supposed to be friends now, but fuck you. And flick him off the thing again. I was like, oh, it's Marco. And I made it even funnier.
Oh my god, dude.
Nah, that's funny,
rule
man.
Of threes.
Marco's a big surprise.
They gotta fall off again. Rule of threes.
Yo, who else could do it again?
Somehow the fleet gets up there first. Like, nah, y'all not getting up here.
Someone from the fleet just hits him off.
Probably, yeah.
That's funny.
Freaking Marco, let's go. Can't wait.
Marco,
can't wait
man.
to see.
I have a feeling we're gonna see more. We will see, though.
Should be. All of them are good, man. All of them should be good. There's no point saying that anymore.
And they're gonna get better. And they're gonna get better. Just for sure gonna get better. We're not even in the shits yet with Onigashima.
Not at all.
They're gonna get great, though. We'll see. That's chapter 981, though. We have 982 coming back next Sunday. We're back to the 1 weeks, it looks like. Let's cross our fingers and hope that continues. But we're back to the 1 week schedules, which is great. Honestly, the 2 weeks was not even that bad to begin with. But man, One Piece coming again very quickly. We'll see what comes next after this great chapter. We'll be back. We will talk to you guys and hear from you guys then. Until then, though, salute.